Welcome to the channel. And welcome to the episode number 6 of the Old Dragon Tale series. In this video we are going to know why Dragon God saves Laplace and adopted him as his child. Without wasting any time, let's start the story, where Laplace and Dragon God is talking to each other after the end of the Laplace's training. And between the conversation he asked a question to the Dragon God that, why Dragon God helped him when he was almost going to die. Here is the story. Laplace finally learned how to fly like Belors. And between the training he asked many questions to Dora. And in that questions Dora reveals that the Dragon King General, Maxwell, is said to have the highest flight performance next to Ryujin, but my flight method of turning to an acute angle in the air is clearly smaller than his turning radius. This is a big advantage when it comes to fighting in the air, and Maxwell is only the Belauer who can par with Dragon God in the mid-air fighting. I returned home and reported to Lunaria that the training had ended. Then she smiled with compassion and was pleased. She said, I have to celebrate today. I had my servants make a treat. The staple food of the dragon tribe is dragon meat. It used to eat small lizards and nuts that stick to the rock surface, but it has changed after gaining strength. I often eat red dragons, blue dragons, and earth dragons. When it comes to celebrating such a Belauer, it's meat. A special dragon meat is served. It's the meat of a little rare dragon, such as a king dragon, a black dragon, or a white dragon. Even on that day, there were a lot of treats that I couldn't usually eat. I will never forget the taste of that day. However, there is something more unforgettable than the taste of food. The servants changed their eyes a little after that day. Specifically, I changed from a dog to a human. By completing Dora-sama's training, I would have become a full-fledged Belauer among them. The dog of the Dragon God has changed to a loyal servant of the Dragon God. Then I waited for the Dragon God to return. Dragon God visited the mansion. He asked to Dora. Dora, how is Laplace? Dora replied, training is over. Laplace is a dragon man who is no longer embarrassed wherever he goes. The Dragon God looked away from the outside of the window and turned to me and asked if he couldn't get his ideas together. He directly asked to me, Laplace, how about the dragon world? It was a question that had nothing to do with my work, but I answered it openly. It's a paradise. There's no better place than here. The words made the Dragon God's cheeks loose. I was laughed at. Seeing such a smile of the Dragon God may have relaxed me. I noticed that my mouth was open. Suddenly my mouth asked a question to Dragon God, why did you help me? It is rude to ask a question to the Dragon God. No one was in the dragon world who can question him without his permission except Lunaria. When the Dragon God looked at me, it was horribly expressionless. Dora-sama's shoulders were squeezed and her wings slowly opened. I saw them and soon realized that I was rude. So I immediately crossed my fists and folded my wings. I tried to say an apology so that I could forget what I heard. However, before that, the Dragon God had opened his mouth. And he starts a story. Look, Laplace. Even though it's in a cave, it's a bright, wide, and lively town with many dragon tribes flying around. Once upon a time, this was the red dragon's nest. Yes, the red dragon, like the dragons, was a creature that lived in the middle. The Belors were weak, and they were the only ones preyed on by the red dragons. The Dragon God descended in front of the dragon tribe who could not handle words yet. He went out to the people who lived in fear of the red dragon, showed his power, and trained them as chief. He found the Goryu Sho, the 5 dragon generals. Put together the clans, while making thousands and hundreds of corpses. However, he steadily moved forward and made the Belauer the world champion. After these words, Dragon God told me that there are 3 reasons why I have to save you. First, you were a mixed race of Belauer and demons. If even half of the Belauer blood is flowing, you are also a Belauer. So it's my responsibility as a Dragon God to save the Belors. The second is to improve the relationship with the deteriorating demons. That race has been looking at the dragons for thousands of years. The Dragon God is trying to destroy the demons. They feared of me. They always ready to attack on me. Probably they also have some strongest warriors who can par with me, but they also know they can't defeat me. It's a just rumor that has no roots or leaves. So if I raise you, a mixed race of demons and dragons, it will be proof that to solve this misunderstanding. The third is for my child, who will be born soon. My wife, Lunaria, is a human race, so my child is a mixed race of humans and dragons. As I said earlier, everyone who has the blood of a dragon thinks that he is no better than his own child. My dragons also worship me as a god and often pledge allegiance. This verity of the mixed races sure will help to come closer the other worlds. And it will also help to solve the misunderstandings between the worlds. After these final words, I made up my mind. That Dragon God is very wise person. And further Dragon God appoints me as the subordinate of the Dora-sama after completing the training. These were the 3 reasons, Dragon God states, when Laplace asks him why Dragon God saves him. The next episode number 7 will upload soon on the channel. So don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.